Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Football Showdown. I hope you guys are all having a great day. And if you could, please hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 70 subscribers. It helped me out a lot. And if you liked the video at the end of it, please hit the like and comment button. Let me know about your thoughts in the comment section below. I always respond to everybody who does volunteer their time and give out a comment. It means a lot to me, honestly. And I appreciate the kind words when someone does leave a comment. Anyway, let's get into the video. Mo Salah has to be the most underrated player in the world right now. It's crazy. Yes, he missed a PK. Everyone was clowning him for it when he missed it, but then he made everyone eat those words. Scored 2 goals and got 2 assists in the game against Newcastle. Yes, we performed really well, but it's a Mo Salah game. If without Mo Salah, we don't win because we created so many chances and nobody was able to find the back of the net until finally Mo Salah did. And then he did it twice and set up 2 others to get their goals. No, he got two goals, 1 assist. Sorry. 2 goals, 1 assist. Because the other one was no. Yeah, no, he got 2 goals, 2 assists. Sorry, I was thinking of the McAllister pass to Jota, thinking that was an assist for Jota. I don't know why. Anyway, back to Mo Salah being underrated. The fact that people were saying, Liverpool fans included, were saying sell Mo Salah next season. He's finished, he's washed, he's done. He has no business being a Liverpool player anymore. What was absurd, because not only is he the best player in the world right now, in my opinion, he's the best Premier League player Liverpool's ever had. He can do it all. He's evolved so many times in his career at Liverpool. He first came in as an out-and-out goal scorer. Then he had to evolve a little bit into more of a playmaker while still getting his goals. And now his playmaking is unbelievable now. He was really selfish at the beginning, and now here he is just free-flowing, willing to give the ball whenever needed. Sometimes he's even a little too unselfish. And he just gives that energy off to the rest of the players. You know, as long as Mo Salah's there, you have a chance to win the game. And he just inspires everyone else. He's single-handedly taking Liverpool to a Premier League title right now. Will this be sustained once he leaves? Now that he's gone, I should say. I don't know. Only time will tell. But if we can keep it close or even continue to stay top of the Premier League while he's gone, then we have a great chance to go out there and win the Premier League title come May. And it's all because of Mo Salah, honestly. 14 goals and 8 assists in 20 games. That says enough by itself. He should be getting Ballon d'Or shouts from everybody because that's how good he's been this season. I get it. He plays for little old Egypt. He's not on a flashy Brazilian team or England, Spain, one of the big clubs, but that shouldn't matter. And he also plays for Liverpool, so he's not going to have the most accredited career with accolades and all this, which is unfortunate because he's been good enough to win so many awards. It's just been unlucky, you know. Good enough to win in the Champions League final the second time around against Real Madrid, but unfortunately just wasn't it. So many times against Man City where we failed because we were a point or 2 behind in the final push or the final day of the season. It's sad because those could have helped him maybe get more recognition than what he gets now, but that's not his fault. Team accolades are how good a team is, not how good an individual is. And that's why I kind of hate this trophy argument. Yes, it's good to be like, oh, this player has these accolades along with his stats, but that shouldn't be the determining factor for why someone's good. Harry Kane is the best striker I've ever seen. And yes, he never won a Premier League. He didn't win anything with Spurs. That doesn't mean that Sergio Aguero's better than Harry Kane. Sergio Aguero just played for a better team, and that's not Harry Kane's fault. So I mean, it's how you can look at things differently, and I like to look at things not from just a trophy point of trophies are end all be all, but what did you do, and the trophies are added on to what you did as a player. And like in the instance of Steven Gerrard, yes, he didn't win a Premier League, he won one Champions League, but he was just such a great player that it doesn't even matter what he won because that's how good of a player he was. Anyway, let's get back on topic about the game yesterday. Although we played really well, I wasn't too happy with the performance because you can't keep creating that many chances and not putting them away. And eventually, it's bitten us before. Look at Arsenal. Look at Man United. Created so Brighton when we drew them. There's been so many games where we're creating chances and we're getting all this possession. We're dominating the game. Excuse me, but we're just not having that finishing product in the final third. You can't keep relying. Now we can't rely on Mo Salah to bail us out, get us 2 goals and 2 assists like he did yesterday. We're going to have to, we get 5 chances. We're going to have to put 2 or 3 of those away now. And it's going to have to be from Darwin Núñez, who can hopefully step up now that Salah's gone and not live in his shadow. Same for Diaz and Hakpo. Jota, we know what he can do. He's going to have to be a driving force in this and hopefully stay healthy for us. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott's going to have to step up in that Mo Salah role and obviously not live up to Mo Salah, but, get us some goals when we need them, which he did against Crystal Palace. And he's capable of doing it, so we just need to see it on a consistent basis from here on out, now that Mo Salah's gone. Now, let's kind of talk a little bit about, one more thing about the game. Our defense, man. I don't like how we can just get split open with 1 or 2 passes. I get it that's due to the style that we play with the high counter pressing. But at the same time, you have to still be locked in on defense. You can't let Anthony Gordon just dribble down the line and play one ball into Alexander Isak. VVD and Konate have to be prepared. Konate has to know Alexander Isak's behind me. I have to sprint with Isak and be closer to him because if Anthony Gordon beats, I think that was Trent. If Anthony Gordon beats Trent, so what? He's on the outside of the field. So it doesn't matter because he's not dangerous over there. But you know who is dangerous? Isak in the middle of the goal, who's a clinical striker, as we saw yesterday. That's where the communication has to be. That's where the awareness has to go. Because, like I said, Anthony Gordon isn't a threat out on the wing. He beats Trent. All right. He beat one. Now you're there to stop him. Instead of one ball killing off 2 defenders and leaving VVD in a foot race with Isak when he was already losing that race. So, penalty. Corner as well. Terrible. I hate zonal marking. If you're going to zonal mark, do it, a couple, like a zone in front of the 6-yard box, about that area. Other than that, and maybe back post. Other than that, everyone else needs to be man marking. Because there's no reason to have someone like Diogo Jota sitting in the middle of the box by himself to fend off Sven Botman. Like, that was a mismatch to begin with. Let alone with Botman getting a running start on him, too. Like, my God. Like, what was he supposed to do there? Nothing. I don't even know why he's in the middle. Like, whoever our set-piece coaches needs to look at themselves in the mirror. Because that's horrific. What else do I want to talk about before I go? Oh, the Premier League title. Now, Liverpool 20 games in, top of the table. Endo's going to be gone. And, of course, Salah's going to be gone. Endo, playing really well right now. But we have adequate cover for him. That's why I'm not too worried. But Cečić and Thiago are soon to come back. Then we have McAllister, who's back now, who can slot in. We have 2 weeks, 10 days from our next game. So they'll get some more time to recover and hopefully be ready by the 12th. I think is when we play next, 12th or 13th. So hopefully by then they'll be ready. And then Endo, not saying that he won't be missed, but we have enough cover for him. And Thiago's a better player than Endo anyway in that DM position. So we're fine there. But Mo Salah, man, it's going to be a lot to kind of replace him. If we can stay top or within a couple points of City, then we're fine. We're still in the title race because once Mo Salah's back, he gives us that extra edge that we've needed again. But if we go down, if Salah comes back and we're 5-8 points back from first, then there's an issue. Then it's like, oh, crap. Do we even really have a chance to get back into this or not? Even with Mo Salah? Especially if we don't do anything in January. We have to get in another defender, and we have to get a DM, and I would like to also see an attacker, even if it's, you know, you go a little bit cheaper on the center back to bring in an attacker. I'm fine with that because Cody Hakpo isn't it, and I can't keep waiting on Darwin Núñez to eventually score some goals. We're in the win now mode. If this was the season that we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the year, where it's, hey, top 4 is the goal, then fine. We have time to wait on Darwin Núñez to find his feet and hopefully bag some goals, but that's not the case. That's not the case. We're now pushing for a Premier League title, and to do that, you have to have a striker who's going to score some goals. And you look at it, every other team's kind of fallen off. City are starting to pick up some form now, but they've had 2 easy games. They had Everton, they have Sheffield United, now they're going on to Newcastle, who shaky, really, really shaky. So I'm not back on the Man City hype train yet. I'd like to see them play a decent team first before I go out there and say, hey, they're back. So, once they play like top 7, 8 team, then I'll be okay. Minus Newcastle, because they're just so poor right now. They're all out of sorts. Their form is just horrendous at this point, so it doesn't even matter. So, Arsenal, I think they're out of the race. I think now their goal should be top 4. Just staying in the top 4. Make sure you have that secured. Of course, if you can, get back into the title race. But I think, I've been saying that they're not real title contenders. And now it's just coming to fruition more now for most people. They shouldn't be sacking Arteta because winning a title is unrealistic for them. I get it's unrealistic for most teams to compete with Man City, but Liverpool have the squad. They've done it before. They've been there, and they have a world-class manager. So they are always going to be at least in contention for a title. Arsenal had a really just unbelievable season last year, and obviously it capitulated towards the end, but they had a really, really good year. I think that people got fooled by that, and their standards were, and then in turn raised up when they shouldn't have been. So keep Arteta, may bring in a striker, but they need a lot of work. You need a left back, you need a right back, you need another midfielder to go along Odegaard and Rice. You need attackers. You need a left winger and a striker. People just keep saying that they need a striker. They need a left winger too, because Martinelli isn't it. If Martinelli's the key to your future isn't very bright. It's about as bright as that lamp behind me right now. And you see no lights coming from it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you could, please like, comment, and share. All of those things would help me out a lot. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.